These are the 7 skills that will make you rich. Number 1 is discipline. You have to be able to keep moving forward on the tasks that you already know are critical to the growth of your business, even when the people around you express doubt about your ideas and your abilities. So even on those days where you just don't feel good, or you're feeling kind of tired, you have to have that inner strength to exude positive energy and be enthusiastic about the day in front of you. Wealthy people learn to get the work done even when they don't feel good, and by the next day they usually feel very grateful for the fact that they did all that necessary work, even though they really didn't feel like doing it at all, or at least at that moment. And that's what's right at the core of almost every truly wealthy entrepreneur out there. Most people fail because they lack this ability. People who fail simply give in to the urge to take too many breaks. And, they take too many days off or go play too much, too often. Wealthy people have a belief that there will be plenty of time for fun later, after they keep their head down and they bust their butt for many years. Because that's what it takes. You got to keep your head down and just pound it, for years. Wealthy people look forward to the day where they can take a break and enjoy the success they've created. But they're willing to do the creation in the right here, right now, in the moment. And the future can drive their motivation to keep going and to know that one day they will be able to truly enjoy all aspects of life. But they're willing to make a sacrifice in the right here, right now, so that in the future they will actually get that, as opposed to a lot of people who are going to have neither. They're not going to do the things that it takes in the right here, right now, and they're also not going to have necessarily a beautiful future. So that's where the truly wealthy entrepreneurs, they look at it like, why not? It's a win-win instead of a lose-lose. Okay, next on our journey of the 7 skills that will make you rich, being curious might not be considered a skill, but it's still a trait that wealthy people have in common. If you're a curious person, that's going to help you to not only want to do the research, but that curiosity alone can actually make you love researching, and that in turn will grow your business faster and larger. Next on the 7 skills that will make you rich, managing your money. Wealthy people use money in a very strategic manner, similar to how you might see a really good chess player playing their various chess pieces across the board. These people are actually acutely aware that every time money is used in a way that doesn't foster and promote leverage, it's the equivalent of making chess moves that are putting your game in jeopardy and pointing you toward a loss. Next up on our list of 7 skills that will make you rich is sales skills. Most people like to stick their head in the sand and hope that this one will go away because they don't enjoy selling. Most people don't like selling. So even though sales isn't always the most satisfying part of the business, it is one of the most important. Like it or not, we all live on a planet where almost everything that happens is a product of some sort of selling, in some way, shape, or form. Think back to when you wanted that expensive Christmas gift or birthday gift as a child. You had to sell your parents on it. As a teenager, when you wanted to go somewhere far away with your friends or to do something a little bit dangerous, you also had to sell your parents on that. Even when you wanted to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you had to sell yourself to that other person and show them why they should want to be with you. It doesn't always sound fair or like that's how it should be, but that is the reality. The same goes with marriage. There's more selling when you are proposing to somebody that they marry you. Or hopefully maybe you did your selling beforehand so that they will say yes when you do pop the question. Once you start to begin looking around in life at all the selling going on, you're going to start seeing it almost everywhere you look. It can actually be kind of sad to realize how life is so centered around selling. But like they say, if you can't beat them, join them. Those who embrace selling tend to be very wealthy people. Even people that you don't view as salespeople often got to where they got in life by being good at selling themselves. Even musicians, doctors, athletes, lawyers, TV stars, YouTube stars, and movie stars, they all got to where they are because of their ability to show people a new way of thinking, which is simply another form of selling. Next on our list of the 7 skills that will make you rich, reading. Wealthy people study their craft and they're constantly enhancing their skills through books and various forms of courses and other training materials. But reading all by itself is obviously highly beneficial, and it's something you see in most of the very wealthy entrepreneurs out there. Most wealthy entrepreneurs actually enjoy reading, and they don't even think of it as work. It's just a great way to pass time for most wealthy entrepreneurs. And they read books about business and books about personal growth. Next on our list of the 7 skills that will make you rich, setting goals. If you don't know where you're going, you'll probably never actually get there. That's why wealthy people almost always set goals. They know what they want. They can already see it in their mind, even before they have it. They usually also know exactly when they want to achieve those goals, and even if they miss their mark, the wealthy still pursue it, and they eventually hit those goals and achieve the success that they knew they would. The wealthy almost always keep their goals at the forefront of their mind all throughout the day. Wealthy people are picturing those goals and just imagining themselves there, achieving what they wanted to achieve, even when they haven't got it yet. And they do it while they're doing simple things like when they're in the shower and they're lathering their hair, or while they're walking their dog, or while they're eating meals. Usually these goals are the first thing they think of when they jump out of bed in the morning. And again, they keep imagining those goals even while they're drifting off to sleep. Often these goals seem 100% real to these wealthy people even before they've achieved them at all. Just thinking of those goals already brings wealthy people a tremendous amount of joy. That's why it's often said that the more you imagine yourself achieving your goals, the more likely you are to actually see them come true. Because once you start seeing those goals very clearly in your mind, those goals tend to start manifesting and appearing in reality as soon as you begin some basic action steps toward them. And the stronger your visions, the more likely you'll achieve those goals. Also, wealthy people are willing to work on these goals starting today and right in the moment because they know that those things are going to have a positive impact toward their goals years from now. So it's like planting seeds. They know that if they do a little something now, they know firmly, they have the faith that they will reap the rewards in the future. Next on our list of 7 skills that will make you rich, emotional intelligence. Now this skill involves the ability to understand exactly how others are feeling and to be able to react in a way that's in alignment with positive growth and success. Now a close cousin of this is having excellent communication skills. And that means both in writing and in speaking. But at least one of those must be exceptional. You've either got to be good at writing or speaking. So you can probably tell I'm throwing you a few extra bonus skills that can make you rich, more than I promised, so I'm over-delivering here. Next on our list is time and priority management. Time and priority management is critical. Having basically equivalent of radar for what has to be done today versus what could wait till tomorrow is something almost all wealthy entrepreneurs have in common. Some things have to be done today, and others definitely can wait sometimes till next week or next month. So there's a whole hierarchy of what your business needs and when it needs it, and that again is something almost every entrepreneur has down to a science. Also, wealthy people rarely do tasks that they could get someone else to do for, let's say, minimum wage. They know that that just doesn't make sense for them to be doing minimum wage type of tasks. Wealthy people become experts at delegating mundane or repetitive tasks to other people. The ultra-wealthy eventually delegate almost everything they do to others. Next on this list of the 7 skills that will make you rich, you must be a storyteller. There's an old saying that you've probably heard, facts tell and stories sell. How true that is. The wealthiest people in the world tend to have this one thing in common. They turn just about everything they can into a story. When you ask them how they made their first money as an entrepreneur, the ultra-wealthy, or even just the plain wealthy, will almost always start with their childhood lemonade stand or something like that, and they'll take you through their newspaper route or selling magazines door to door or something they did entrepreneurial as a child. But by the end of that story, they'll almost always end with the most important thing that brought them their first $1 million. The core purpose of these stories is to inspire and motivate the people in your niche or industry. When you do this right, you'll almost always be viewed as a leader in your industry. And my last bonus skill I'm throwing at you is research. Whether it's once a day, once a month, once a year, all successful entrepreneurs spend a good chunk of their time doing some serious research. Or some of them also hire this out to others to do it for them. But before they can afford to hire this out or farm this out, they almost always do it themselves. And I'm not talking about just a little research. I'm talking about the type of research that makes your head ache and your eyes like feel blood red from so much reading or studying. A highly successful entrepreneur is the type of person that will feel a major headache from all that studying and hear that little voice in their head, saying, "Oh, let's get out of here. Let's just go have some fun. Let's go eat some yummy junk food, or just wait for another day to finish this research." Even though they hear that voice, the successful entrepreneur will almost always just keep grinding it out and press forward to get the research done. Because research is the fuel that leads to a number of growth factors in your business, such as new content, new leads, or even new branches of your business. I talked a moment ago about motivation, and I've just got to say, after 24 years of teaching internet marketing and helping a lot of people become ultra successful, the one thing that motivates me in making this kind of content for you is when you do things that I love, like asking questions down below, or typing a comment down below, or clicking the like button down below, or subscribing to this channel. These are all things that are going to keep me pumped and wanting to keep giving you the content that I've been teaching to my students for over 24 years. I have a whole lot more I want to share with you. In my next video, you'll want to click the alerts and definitely subscribe to the channel, because I've got stuff that is real game-changing stuff, not the same recycled stuff that a lot of people spew out. So again, stay tuned. Next video will be awesome. Please do me one of those favors and have yourself a blessed day. Bye for now.